All right, peace, family. So listen, I don't really have no specific message for real. But I just wanted to hop on here and tell y'all, man. We don't necessarily go by these time frames or these calendars or anything like that. We understand time isn't real, but you know for any of my people who felt like they could have went harder, you know, or any of my people feel like they fell short, or any of my people that's not on their journey right now, man, I want y'all to know that it's time. We don't know what this year will hold. We don't know what kind of trickery, what kind of games that our oppressors gonna come with. We know that, as these years keep going on and on, man, that reality is just gonna get crazy and crazier because we understand the matrix is falling. So, we gotta definitely be vibrating as high as we can, and we definitely want to be tapping back into our higher selves, getting tapped back in with nature and all the elements around us, giving thanks to our ancestors for protecting us, you know what I'm saying, and definitely getting back into our native tongues, our native practices as far as magic goes. You know what I'm saying? Because we're in a spiritual warfare right now, y'all. So this is not going to necessarily be a physical war. We're going to have to tap back into that magic, man, in order to defeat these parasites and get them off our planet. You know what I'm saying? So that's all you want to be focusing on from here on out, is tapping into your higher self and tapping back into who we are anciently, before we were divided, before we were conquered. Alright? We need to be stepping in the footprints of our ancestors, man. So that's my message to anybody who has the consciousness to understand. You know what I'm saying? So, let's erase all the negativity and let's continue vibrating high, and let's continue being the true gods and goddesses, the high vibrational beings we know that we are. Peace, love, and light, y'all.
This man gave away so much gold that it decreased the price of gold for the next 12 years. Yes, I'm talking about the richest man to ever live. And he was so rich that his spending sprees could literally collapse economies. No, it's not the Rothschilds or even Elon Musk. This man was much wealthier than both of them combined. He had a fortune of over 400 billion converted into our time. And this man had style. And by style, I mean when he went on his pilgrimage across the Middle East, he would travel with 60,000 soldiers and servants. This powerful but generous man was no other than Mansa Musa, who was the ruler of the Mali kingdom in 1312.
It is wild to me how American schools will start us out with this being the history of Black people, but they never talk about how we were literally kings and queens, glossing over extremely influential and important people in the world like Mansa Musa, who was influential not only in Africa, but globally. It's almost like they don't want us to know where we came from. It's almost like they don't want us to know how powerful we truly can be and were before people got involved. Since we weren't taught about this in school, I decided to start a series about things we were not taught in school that we should probably have been taught. And today's episode is going to be about no other than Mansa Musa. Mansa Musa is literally known as the wealthiest person ever. But yet, I personally found out about him through social media. You would think the wealthiest person to have ever existed would be pretty important to mention in history books, but hey. His reign was regarded as Mali's golden age, and this was recorded as the best reign in Arabic sources. So basically, he did what he needed to do for the economy and the world. Not only did he help the economy, but he helped the people too. He was a very generous person and was known for giving his wealth to the less fortunate. For any of you guys out there who have been told that because you're Black, you're not good enough, or because you are African or have African features or are of African descent, for those of you guys, remember that you guys literally come from kings and queens. People who ruled the world, and one of the wealthiest people to have ever existed was one of us.
Peace and love, family. Peace. Listen, I'm doing something a little different. So, feel me, it ain't much light in here. I got these little LED lights going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to add a little different effect, man. Just trying something different, man. Just vibing right now. I'm putting together a little video that I'm gonna drop probably tomorrow. Just basically throwing in some random clips. But the clip that I just showed, as far as the Mansa Musa, the God, that's we need to learn more of that. You know what I'm saying? And we'll never learn any of these things, or about any of these people, because there's many more people. We come from royalty, y'all. We come from royalty. I told y'all, we are the indigenous people of this land, so you gotta think everything started with us. We are the first civilization ever. You feel me? Now, we didn't have no money system or none of that, but at the same time, you gotta think, I told y'all, not everybody were slaves. So if everybody wasn't slaves, you gotta think, not everybody was dirt poor either. You know what I'm saying? But they had to paint this picture and make it seem like that's all that we come from is slavery. You know what I'm saying? We didn't learn nothing about Black Wall Street when I was in school. None of these things. Because again, especially they didn't tell us nothing about Black Wall Street, because again, they don't want to tell us, or they don't want to give us that they don't want to let us know that we have all the power, basically. And it's to furthermore keep us disconnected from who we are and what we come from. I told y'all we need to be stepping in the footsteps of our ancestors, man. You see right there, that is proof. That is proof that we come from greatness, y'all. And that not everybody was just so hopeless and was enslaved mentally and physically, shackled. Not everybody, man. Not everybody. And I've said that, but that's proof right there. And anybody, Mansa Musa, we not learning these things, so that's why I'm bringing these things to the forefront. So anybody who has the consciousness to understand, man, please go look these people up. Because the white man or these school systems, they'll never tell you about the great people, our ancestors who came before us, who were not indoctrinated by the slave mentality that they forced upon our people. They don't want us to know that we can fight and get out of that shit. They want us to think that we're not hopeless. That's why they teach us about slavery in school. But they don't teach us about the royalty and the richness that we come from. They don't teach us about none of that. And that's exactly why I keep telling my people, We got to get our kids out of them schools. They're not teaching them anything. They're not teaching us anything. Bruh, just think about right now, outside of reading and writing, what did you really take from school that you use every day in your life? Outside of reading and writing and counting. Outside of those three things, what else did school teach you that you really needed? All school, we go from what? From daycare all the way up to 12th grade. And then if you do happen to go to college, that's 4 more years. And if you go achieve anything else, that's way longer that we talking about, that you have to go to school to achieve this certification just to go work for somebody else, y'all. Go work for these corporations that we will never own. And we're making these corporations millions of dollars. Meanwhile, they pay us crumbs off of what they make. We will never win trying to fight their game in their system. We will never win. But I need my people to wake up and take that power back, man. We come from greatness. Our ancestors, bro, our ancestors were not no passive aggressive pushover type people. None of them. And I mean, you feel me? You had both sides of the spectrum on every side. So you had some people who dropped in frequency and became scared. And those were the ones who were forced to hard labor. The ones who were scared to stand up for themselves. But all I'm trying to get y'all to realize is that, y'all, listen, as soon as you take that power back and you stop giving it to everything externally and you start pushing that power internally back into you, start calling yourself who you are, man. Listen, you were made in the image of God. So if you don't want to believe you're a higher power, or you want to believe in Jesus, okay, cool, whatever, that's on you. But listen, the Bible tells you that you were made in God's image. So if you're God, if you were made by God, how the hell are you not a God? How do you not share the same genetic structure of your maker, your creator? You feel what I'm saying? But we got lost in the system. We got lost in this matrix, so we forgot who we are. But I told y'all, they have to tell us the truth. But if you don't know what to go look for, you're never going to find the truth. Or if you keep going to this Bible trying to find every freaking problem, trying to find every answer to your problem in your life from this Bible, bro, you gonna forever be lost. There's other sources of information out here, y'all, that you need to go tap into. But that's okay. I'm gonna help you. So peace, love, and light, y'all. I'm just really just putting together some random videos, man. Just trying to open y'all eyes up to a bunch of different things, man. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully y'all enjoy these little clips, man. Peace, love, and light.
Let me paint a picture for you. I don't think people really understand the amount of courage that it took for the World War I veterans to do what they did in Tulsa, Oklahoma that night. To remind you, it's May 30th and Robert Rowland is sitting in a prison cell at the top floor of the Tulsa courthouse. He's 19 years old and he's suspected of assaulting a 17-year-old white girl. A mob of hundreds of angry white men want his head, and they're standing outside of the Tulsa courthouse for hours. A group of World War I veterans march to the courthouse in their army uniforms with their guns, and they stand in front of the courthouse and demand that the sheriff let them protect Robert. At this time, that group is only 25 deep. 30 minutes later, 75 World War I veterans pull up. And the white mob was so angry at seeing these black men in uniform that they doubled, tripled in size by this time. By 9 p.m., we have a standoff in front of the courthouse, 2,000 to 75. And then the massacre begun.
I read a New York Times piece on a 100-year-old survivor of the Tulsa Massacre. And my question was this: what's the Tulsa Massacre? How is it that it wasn't until 2 years ago that I heard about the Tulsa Massacre? How is that possible? I've heard about Custer's Little Bighorn. I heard about the Alamo. I heard about the Triangle Shirtwaist Fire. I heard about all kinds of disasters in which people died. But I had never heard about this thing that happened in 1921, only 3 years before my dad was born. In the same year that Donna Reed was born, we didn't hear about this thing that happened in which essentially one of the most successful black communities in America, Black Wall Street, in which everybody was not only burned out of their homes and their businesses, but then driven out of the city limits by an angry mob of, I'm sorry, white people. How is it that this was not taught to me? And that's not right, and it made me mad.
Oh man, Tom Hanks.
Alright, I'm back at you, family. Listen. I put 2 clips in of Black Wall Street, right? And, that was just a little quick, little sample for anybody anybody who isn't aware of, what the Black Wall Street was. That was a quick little sample of what it was. So, again, the clip with Tom Hanks. Now if he was really upset about not knowing and actually finding out, how everything transpired with the situation, I don't know. A lot of people be doing stuff for the cameras and stuff like that, but at the same time, I do want to tap into that because there are a lot of human beings, aka Caucasian people or anybody that's not black or Latino are the human beings. Anybody that's black or Latino are the gods and goddesses. Okay? For anybody who, is unaware of what I mean by human beings. We are not human beings. But any high vibrational human beings that's on our side, that's really coming out here and finding out the truth about what's going on and what their forefathers did. Because we all know that, a lot of people, if you're Caucasian, then 9 times out of 10, your people own some type of slaves back in the day. So they know that, but a lot of people, just wonder, dang, why is the world the way that it is, and why are things the way that they are, man? And a lot of people are finding out the truth that a lot of these people gain control and harvest all our resources and make us go to work and pay them for it. And, the IRS is taking money from your paycheck before you even receive it. And then on every purchase, you have to pay a sales tax on it. So throughout every day, every moment, they're getting a little pinch of your money every step of the way that they can. They control every single thing. And they got all that through blood. And in fact, that they use the human beings and treat the white people a little better than they treat the black people to keep the ongoing race war going on. So that we think that the average human being, the average white person, is the enemy. Whole time, the enemy is the people who have been lying and manipulating them. We are the superior. And I say that humble. I say that in the most humble way. You feel me? I say that in the most humble way. But we're going back to nature, so we must understand who we are. We are the superior. We were created from source. We have a soul, which is our eternal life, which is where we will continue to transfer to different realities when we leave this vessel in this reality here. We do not die. We transfer. Okay? But the human beings were not created from source, therefore they do not have a soul. So they do only live one life. And the fact that they only were created to go against the true God race. And that they are in fact a synthetic version of the God race. Us. We are the originators and creators of everything through source. So can't nobody talk about no white supremacy and no none of that, cause I don't want to hear none of that. You lost. You don't know where you come from. I understand where you come from, and I understand who I come from and who my people come from. And that's my mission here, to wake up the masses. And that's what I'm gonna continue to do as I continue to learn myself. I'm not perfect. I am perfect, created through source. She made no mistakes making any of us. So we are perfect. But while we are having this human experience and we are in flesh, we are not at our highest vibration right now. So we do, pardon me, we do make mistakes. I'm going to continue to get better. And I want y'all to continue to, and others to continue to rock with me here on this journey. And I want y'all to continue to get better. But we need to get back to that ancient energy. How our ancestors were stepping. They were not scared. They were not backing down. If we need to transcend to send a message and let these folks know that they're not going to treat us however they want to treat us, then so be it. Because y'all must understand that when we are set free from this vessel, we are home. We are home. Y'all scared. Y'all scared to transcend. Y'all scared to quote unquote die. But bro, where do you think you came from before you came into this reality? You had to be born and birthed here, right? So where do you think your soul was before it came here? You were in that same place that now you forgot who you are, you're scared to go to. You were already there, you've been there. That's where you're from. We are high vibrational beings, multi-dimensional beings in every way, the real way. The real way. All that superhero stuff, nigga, that's us. Where you think they got it from? They don't have no soul, therefore they can't create. All they can do is steal. All they can do is re-rock some shit. Take what they seen us doing, and now they're rolling this shit out in Marvel movies. That is a fact. That is a fact. But we dropped in frequency, so now we gotta tap back into that power. You think you can't fly. You think you can't move shit with your mind. You think you don't got telepathy, but you do. We come from that. We using these words right now is so low vibrational, especially speaking English with this double meaning language, man. We're casting spells on each other when we're speaking this language, y'all. That's a fact. But I'm just here to just put my people on game, man. Listen, we come from greatness. We are the higher power, man. Tap back into that. Tap back into it, man. Peace, love, and light, y'all.
Michelle Obama just released the beast and show it to the world. Thank God for plastic surgeons, they can make a grown man look just like a girl. Hey, my Obama. Hey, my Obama. You got your kitties, but off those your kitties, cause we ain't seen no pictures of you pregnant at all. Barack Obama, oh, we had a lover and a friend, his name was Michael Obama. If what they say, lady, is your gender, then why did
Michael and I.
he call you Michael? And why do you deny it? Why you try to hide it when you know we can see it clear?
And do you think that the country will see the United States will see the first gay president or the first woman
We already
president?
have it with Obama, so let's just calm down.
Got it.
You know, Michelle is a trans.
I'm sorry, she's a what?
A transgender. We all know.
Oh my gosh.
It's okay.
Michelle's man, finest military in the world. Most of all, Admiral Mullen, Deborah, Michael and I also want to acknowledge your son Jack.
And Michelle walks down with Obama, and she's walking like a guy, and it looks like she's either got like a rubber snake from Halloween or something in her pants. And we simply said, wow, this is a viral video. What do you think?